And it looks like we have the results of the clash right here. The collision with the door was probably Tommy's worst lie at that point.
I'm in London and I had a fight with the door. And I am at London Real. Where are we?
This is London Real, baby. This is where it happens. This is where it gets real. This is where you get banned if you come on my show.
I remember you getting banned.
Yeah.
I remember during COVID you blew up massive.
We did.
You blew up
with
massive.
David Icke, and then when I ran to be mayor, we got arrested.
One of the truth tellers. Look at my head, look. But look at this studio, look. Let's have a little look around, yeah?
Yeah, these are our documentary films we made. So like Tommy, we're into the documentary business. And
50 billion.
This is it, man.
It's a beautiful view as well.
Yeah.
Right? Surely I can see a mosque from somewhere. Can I? Big portrait in the studio. I'll just see, look, check this out, look.
Let's check this out. This is all the magic happens in here.
God.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's
Our
beautiful.
mission statement.
What's your mission statement? Let me see.
We're going to create a mass-scale transformation of humanity into a fully empowered, conscious, and cooperative species. Unlike mainstream media and big tech and big pharma, they're trying to separate us, divide us. We want to get people more conscious, more powered, and working together.
It's a good message. And look at the studio. Look at this.
Here we go, man. This is what's
Wow.
going to happen, man. It's so many iconic conversations here.
Have you always been in such good shape?
Me? You know, I stopped drinking.
How long ago?
8 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I'll just see. When I was looking you up earlier, I thought, God, you look like a little machine.
Started boxing. So,
Did you?
yeah.
Coming soon on, where will people watch this?
On X at London Real TV.
And live now, yeah?
Yeah,
We're going live?
live.
We're going live at 5 o'clock, so live any minute on London TV?
At London Real TV.
At London Real TV. Speak to you soon. Have a watch.
Controversial activist Tommy Robinson was involved in a physical altercation at Pancras International train station earlier today, sparking a flurry of speculation and renewed debate around his public presence and ongoing political activities. Eyewitnesses at the scene reported seeing Robinson collide with another man near the station concourse. While the full circumstances remain unclear, early reports suggest the incident was not premeditated, with sources close to Robinson insisting it was an act of self-defense. Police officers were called to the scene, but Robinson was not arrested. A spokesperson for the Metropolitan Police confirmed that no charges have been filed at this time, stating, "Officers attended a disturbance at Pancras station involving 2 adult males. One individual claimed self-defense. CAT footage is being reviewed as part of standard procedure." Robinson, a polarizing figure in British political life, has long been at the center of security concerns due to his history of public demonstrations, confrontations with ideological opponents, and previous convictions. Today's incident comes just days after Robinson announced plans for what he's calling the biggest free speech event the world has ever seen, scheduled for September 13 in central London. The timing of the altercation, so close to Robinson's high-profile mobilization campaign, has already sparked a wave of online commentary. Supporters argue it's further proof that Robinson remains a target, while critics suggest it's another example of the chaos that seems to follow him wherever he goes. As video snippets and shaky mobile footage began circulating online, so too did the political response. Several MPs have called for transparency in the investigation, urging law enforcement to ensure that all footage is reviewed and that no preferential treatment is given, despite Robinson's notoriety. This is far from Robinson's first brush with controversy. Over the past decade, he's been jailed for contempt of court, banned from multiple social media platforms, and faced public backlash for his inflammatory rhetoric around immigration, Islam, and so-called grooming gangs. All eyes now turn to the CTV footage from Pancras station, which authorities say is being reviewed and could be released in part depending on the investigation's outcome. Until then, speculation will likely continue to swirl, particularly as Robinson ramps up organizing efforts for his September event. What remains clear is that Robinson is once again at the center of a public spectacle, with the potential to further inflame political and cultural tensions ahead of a volatile autumn in British politics.
Yeah, I am a go skeezer.
Why are you getting so angry? What do you mean off you go? I'm just standing here, mate. What do you mean off you go? I'm just standing here. Bye-bye, mate.
I don't disappoint in gas chambers, mate.
Yeah, mate.
He's not harassing you.
Well, what's he doing? I'm just standing, he's putting his hand out at me.
Looks like that adults, come on, we can sort this out. He's allowed to film, you're allowed to
I don't think it was an adult. Right?
There you go, mate, there's the law. You feel fair, mate, you're following me around, mate. Mate, you're
are we going to stand here all day?
We're licensed security.
Yeah, but he can film, he can film.
Mate, that's public security, mate, not you.
No, I didn't do nothing wrong. I wanted you up in there.
Well, I'm joined now by the independent journalist and YouTuber Wesley Winter, who was the non-aggressive man in that clip. And Wesley, could you just explain to our viewers and listeners, please, where were you there? What was going on? And did they bus someone in to be a bit of an agitator?
Well, I was just outside Epping Station. That's the reason why I was there. I wanted to see firsthand, are they bringing them by bus, police van, or are they actually coming via the tube? But as you saw from that clip, we're just outside Epping Station. All the protesters gathered there where they had various speeches, but just on the edge of that were paid security. And as you saw there was that man who was very, very aggressive.
So you think they were paid? You think he was paid to be there?
Yeah.
By who? By who?
Obviously, Stand Up to Racism, they're obviously funded by the unions who are in bed with the Labour Party. I think that is common knowledge by a lot of people. And that man there, I've been told now, is called Paul Sillett, who's apparently a security guard for Stand Up to Racism, has been for many years, allegedly. And on that day, he was clearly just paid to shut down press and freedom of speech.
So what was his argument? I mean, it pains to stress that this guy is obviously not here to defend himself. He might deny that he's paid and he might deny he's part of the group, whatever. But he didn't like you there just filming, did he, at all? Why not? What was his point?
I think the point was that they just didn't want anyone to be there in terms of anyone with a camera. I went just to film a couple of signs, and then that man was just called over and he was like, oh, I know this guy and this and that. And I never spoken to him properly before up until that point. And he just wasn't happy with my presence. Apparently from the clip, I was quite provocative just by being there.
He looked quite intense. He was chewing his gum. He looked like a man who was ready to go, didn't he, really? And, there you go. Very red in the face as well. You can read into that what you will. But I just thought, is that he's got a Stand Up to Racism jersey on, forcing you away. I mean, eventually the police did actually tell him to do one, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, the police were very fair. I mean, you always hear about two-tier police and all these sort of phrases that get thrown around. But there, it was clear as day who the agitator was. And obviously, we are in a public tube station. Anyone can be where they want.
And I can't help but wonder whether or not this is part of it. One thing that's been highlighted, and you've been doing great work in this regard, but one thing I think has been highlighted recently, especially in Epping, was the role that some of Stand Up to Racism play, I would argue, as agitators. So you end up with a load of local people who are there, who have got very strong views, predominantly about the safety of their own children and women, which I think is quite a basic human instinct, actually. And then people turn up, maybe trying to prevent... I mean, I think he kind of wanted you to hit him there a bit. I think he was looking a little bit aggy. Yeah. And another day, I mean, it's probably not in your nature, but on another day, someone might have reacted to that, and then it becomes this big thing, doesn't it? And then it's like, journalist punches a peaceful Stand Up to Racism.
Right.
So we need to watch out for these people, don't we, I think?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely there to, not just be security, but have an ulterior motive. And I think that just speaks for itself. Getting very close to me. Obviously, I wasn't retaliating. The police are there to do their job, and rightly so, on the day they did. If you actually was there at the protest, you would notice that it was from 2 to 8. The protest was meant to be on for. The Stand Up to Racism crowd actually left quite early, and you have to raise the question, why did they leave early? Is it because they weren't getting the reaction they wanted, or was it time to get the bus home? Who knows?